Hello everyone, Gaara here and welcome to a new versus series. Today I'll be playing against Hyped for the first time, and we are going to cover a pretty popular matchup in the current metagame on ladder, which is Shaman versus Backspace Rogue or Rush Rogue, however you wanna call it. I'm going to cover the Shaman part and I'll be going over the deck list here. This is a pretty standard mid-range Shaman as we see it on the ladder. Maybe only few changes compared to other decks. Like this deck was also played by a player called Logar, if I'm correct, and he won Gosu Cup 15 with it. It was one of his decks, and yeah, I'm going over the deck list here. It plays the double Earthshock, double Lightning Bolt, double Rockbiter, as in any Shaman deck. Same with the double Ancient Squires and the Talnos. Absolutely, completely standard. The same with the double Flametongue Totem, double Feral Spirits, double Hags. There's absolutely nothing to say that. Absolutely standard. Uh, I've covered these cards myself in other deck techs, or yeah, it's pretty standard so far. The only off card, a little bit slightly off card so far, is the one Lava Burst. I also used to play one Lava Burst in the past. The thing is, when you play against Handlock, for example, sometimes you don't draw into the Hexes or the Earthshocks when you need them. So it's really nice to have the one additional burst card to deal with a big minion. Then you can, against a Handlock, for example, you have a board most of the time. Something on the board like Ancient Squires and Totems, which you can combo with the Flametongue Totem, and then you can easily kill one giant with a Lava Burst, for example. The thing is, Lava Burst kills Ancient of Lore and Yetis, which are two very popular cards right now. It deals with Auctioneers, Drakes as well, like all those very popular cards, which where you usually require one combo as a Shaman, like either the Rockbiter combo or the Lightning Bolt plus Spell Power combo to deal with them. And against Senjins or Yetis, you don't usually have anything. You need double Spell Power, you need a Thanos plus a Spell Power Totem plus a Lightning Bolt, for example, to deal with it. Or you use the Fire Elemental with some board, and it is usually not always easy to accomplish, so it's sometimes really nice to have a Lava Burst, for example, to deal with those cards. On top of that, you can use it like as a finisher. Sometimes you have like a lot of burst cards in your hand because you drew, let's say, some cards with Mana Tide, and then you save a lot of burst with your hand. In your hand, when you have the Alakir or the Doomhammer out, so you have one additional burst card. So it's I think in the current meta game, it is a nice card to have. Also against aggro rogues or other aggro decks, when you play the Doomhammer and you try to rush them down faster with the Rockbiter, for example, then you have the additional burst card. So it's a really nice card to have right now. Double Lightning Storm, especially in the mirror match, it's really important to have. It's it's a big disadvantage when you play a Shaman Mirror and you don't have double Lightning Storm. But all the aggro decks that are playing right now, it's really important to play double Lightning Storm against all the Zoo decks, aggro decks. It's very important. One Mana Tide, it's always nice to have the one additional card draw. As a Shaman, you sometimes, like, you really rarely trade one for one as a Shaman. Most of the time you have to use the totems to combo to beat something with the Rockbiters or Lightning Bolts or Ancient Squires. And you will, against other control decks, you will have a card disadvantage. So it's really important to have at least one additional card draw card besides the Shield Drakes. Double Unbound Elemental is just a really strong card with all the Overload cards. One Yeti as a 4-drop and one Defender of Argus. You can mix it up. Some people like to play double Argus, some people like to play double Yeti. It's completely. Some people like to play Gnomish Inventor. It's like up to you. This is like right now the successful combination. One Doomhammer. Nobody plays Harrison Jones right now or Ooze because Miracle Rogues cut the big weapon, and almost nobody plays Warrior, so logically nobody plays Harrison Jones, and then you can go back to the weapons. And this is how the meta changes all the time. Now you can play Doomhammer, it's pretty safe. And yeah, it's a good card for in races especially. And it's like the second finisher card besides the Alakia. But if you don't play finishers, you need to play a Ragnaros, for example, if you don't play the Doomhammer. Just to, like, sometimes you play Shaman and you don't draw your finisher, then you have the full board of minions that do 0 damage. Even though you have the board advantage, you don't deal any damage. Then your opponent draws into his board clear cards and into more minions, and suddenly you're behind. So it's really important to have multiple finishers. And Ragnaros is not such a good card because of the popularity of Big Game Hunter. So Doomhammer is really nice when nobody plays Oz and Harrison Jones. Assure Drake's pretty standard. One agent commander instead of two. This is maybe interesting. You play one Lava Burst instead. You can, like, if you wanna. The thing is that your hand can be really clunky at times when you play too many 6 drops, 5 drops. That you're stuck early with a really bad hand and really slow hand, and this is what you don't want to have as Shaman. So I also prefer myself. Yeah, I just prefer to play one agent commander in general. Also, like in the fast druid deck as well. Double fire elemental, just a really strong card, and the Lekia as a finisher. So let's go directly into the games.